All right, today's episode on Tequila Forever, Forever Tequila. Gonna be doing a review on Tequila, El Destilador, the distiller. Now, these bad boys are coming out of non-number 1173, Corporativo Destilería Santa Lucia, previously known as Tequilera Newton y Hijos, located in the lowlands of Jalisco, in the city of Zapopan. The distillery was established back like in 1946, so yeah, there's a lot of history. And then a little picture that I'm going to post right here so you guys can check it out yourself. It says mill autoclave, 100% blue agave, triple distilled. And then for the oven, traditional masonry ovens. For the fermentation, it's all natural open vats. And then they used their proprietary yeast. They say it's artisanal. And I've also read that they're additive free. They got their standards. They have their main brands for that distillery, and then they have a whole bunch of other brands that are not theirs, but they do it for other for other companies or whatever. And those might use a diffuser. So if you take a look, I think if I say like autoclave and then post diffuser, so I don't know why that says an agave matchmaker, but the diffuser, but these guys are claiming it's it's an artisanal product that they're using, the mainstream oven. So not really too sure. Anyways, I did mention that these were coming out of Santa Lucia, but this one actually, this is coming out of the Newton y Hijos. The name changed, I believe, back in 2011. This tequila doesn't have a year or anything like that, but that tells me, because looking at it here in the bottle, I did take some pictures. You guys can check it out. It has the name of the distillery prior to changing its name in 2011. So this bottle has to be anywhere from 2011 or older. So definitely going to be one of those episodes where I say, stop collecting, start drinking. Stop collecting, start cracking these bottles open. Now, as you can already see, I already got my glass poured up. I wanted to let it air out, and at the same time, too, there were some complications on the first recording, but here I am now. At least I gave it time to open up a little bit more. So we're going to go ahead and start off anyways with the newer one. I think you can pick these up some grocery outlets, you just got to look around. Some of them do carry it like $24, so definitely falls under that budget tequila. I think in some places like Old Town Tequila, San Diego, they're probably going to be around like $35 or something like that. Nico's might be around like 40, 43. So they're not too expensive. As for this one right here, I bought this one for like $15. Ironically though, like it's crazy. This one, I got this one for my birthday, and then a few days later, I ended up finding this one. So I was like, all right, good thing I didn't do the review. I'm gonna do them together at the same time. You want to call it a hybrid, right? I stopped collecting and then a regular review. So, anyways, I'm going to start off with the newer one first. I'm gonna give this one a little swirl. And then, by the way, too, these are I think this is like the limited edition, I believe. Yeah, so this is bottle 1756. Yeah. So I'm looking at this one here in the glass. Let's see, this is actually be running down actually pretty fast, Yeah, so the oils are running down pretty fast. See, I break it down quickly. Okay. So on the nose on this tequila, when I say I'm picking up, is a little bit of like pepper, a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of caramel. Probably just like a little bit of pepper, maybe just a little bit of herbs. Quite simple, nothing complex or anything like that. It's just simple. And then on the taste, I'll let that settle in just a little bit. All right. So I want to say like on the mouthfeel on this tequila, it's pretty light, semi-silky. And then on the taste, when I'm picking up, I'm picking up a lot of spices. So when I'm picking up a little bit of caramel, vanilla, some cinnamon. And really, that's about it. Like I said, just some bacon spices, caramel, vanilla, and just a little bit of cinnamon. So quite simple, nothing crazy, nothing complex, simple tequila. And then we go to the older one here. So I'm gonna give this bad boy a little swirl también. All right, so I'm looking at here on the glass, and this thing's actually holding quite well. Seems to be a lot thicker, a lot more oily, and that's the way it should be. All right, so let's see what we pick up on those on this one. Okay, so this one I want to say it's like a little bit more of a muted caramel. I'm picking up, like some coffee, some almonds. And then I want to say there's like just some little hints of like mint. And really that's about it too, another simple tequila. The aromas are different, but it's simple. Not bad. Shit, for 15 bucks. It's all good. So let's see how it is on the mouthfeel on this one, and then we'll get into the taste. Well, so this one's a lot thicker. I want to say this one's like buttery. So it does have a nice mouthfeel to this one. So in this one, I want to say that I'm picking up like a little bit of honey. There's the caramel in there, a little bit of light spice. And I want to say I'm also picking up those what I picked up on the nose, like the almonds. Also picking up the almonds on the taste on this, Yeah, so I would say I like this one better. But I mean, the truth is, they're both okay. I would say there's really nothing special about these two tequilas. But I definitely like these older bottles. Going back, to certain years and to a certain time when tequila was different, and really see what it's all about. Doing the comparisons and everything. I'm glad I did. I'm glad I have this bottle. Try something new and a little bit of comparison. Like I said, they're different. You know, uh, but they're both okay. They're both okay. Nothing special. I think if I would rate this tequila, I would give this one. I would give this one, like an 80, and that's the price of like 24 bucks, I believe. And as for this one, I'll give this one like an 82. Just a couple of more points. You know what I mean? It's not even the price of like 15 bucks when I paid for it or nothing like that. It just tastes a little bit better. I like the taste, and the aroma's a little bit more on this tequila. But I mean, they're nothing special. Nothing special. You know what I mean? Would I recommend it? I think if you were to find a product like this for 15 bucks, I mean, hell yeah, right? It's an older bottle and everything, and for $15, definitely falls into that budget tequila. I mean, for this one, like I said too, for like 24 bucks, for mixing, taking shots, it's not really too bad for sipping. But I guess there's other stuff out there, you know what I mean? Um, but I mean, if you get it for like 20 bucks, 24 bucks, yeah, as a budget tequila, I'll definitely recommend it. You know what I mean? It's not the best or anything like that, but it's all right. So that's really what it is on this review. And I want to say thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Till next time.